Hey everyone, I hope you guys are doing well. I wanted to bring you some information on how you can increase your credit score up to 100 points within 30 days. Now, if you're new to my channel is dedicated to help you improve your credit wherever you are on your credit journey, and also learning how to leverage lines of credit to create cash flow and income. Now, I just want to make some announcements. There are a lot of scammers on YouTube. So I'm trying not to shut down my comment section, but this is happening to all YouTubers. They're using our photo, telling you to email them or WhatsApp them or call them at a certain number. That is not me. Currently, right now, I am not doing consultations. This is part of the reason why. So I'm not working on anything except for the clients I already have. And they are secured in long before this taking place. Please be careful. I always leave at the top of the comment section and in the description of my video, my website. Please do not contact me on Facebook or any other social media because I will not respond. Only at my website, because to keep down this scamming. So my website is controlled by me, my daughter. Your messages go directly to my cell phone. So if you have something very important, hit me there. And usually I'll put a love right next to your comment, but I'm trying to catch some of these. If I see that person, that scammer, come in with my picture and just create and send you an email, they're using bots. So it's very hard for us to keep up with this. The only other option I'm going to have to do is just shut my comment section down. So I'm trying not to do that because when I do things on credit lines, other people want to see other people's results, farther is if they received it or not. So I try to leave the comment section open. So please be careful. So we're going to discuss, and I'm going to give you some tips on how to increase your credit score within 30 days up to 100 points. Now, number one, for this to work for you, you cannot have accounts that you have open behind in payments. So that means I'm not talking about charge-offs and I'm not talking about collections. If those are already on your account that is not constantly reporting negative, that will be fine. A charge-off, usually when it hits your credit report that date, and it will no longer report monthly as a negative item. But understand, for this to work for you, if you had something negative to report on your credit report, you need to apply these steps after 90 days for this to work for you. Okay, so keep that in mind. So if you have a car account, like you're behind on payments on your car and you currently have that vehicle, then this is not going to work for you because that item is reporting late every month, or behind on your credit cards and it's still an active account. These steps are not going to work for you. This is for people who have nothing reporting constantly negative on their credit report. So step number one, what you want to do, you guys, you got to have credit monitoring. If you cannot pull all three of your credit reports, you won't know how effective this is for you. So, and you're going to need it for the last step. So hang on to the end, which is going to be really effective. But you need constant credit monitoring that's seeing all three of your credit reports and where you are. Now, a lot of people say, well, can I get my free annual reports? No, because if you try some of these steps and you don't, that annual report is a stale report by the next month. So you don't know if these changes work for you or not. So you need active credit monitoring on all three credit reports. Okay, so you're going to need that. So the first step If you have any collections at all, you want to send out a debt validation letter, okay? If you don't know about collections, I got tons of videos why they're borderline illegal. And the reason why, many a times when you sign or agree with the original creditor on however you're paying them or whatever your agreement is with them, if there's not a contract where you signed, even if it is a contract where you signed with that original creditor, it has to detail that you gave them permission to sell that debt. So that's very problematic when it comes to credit card, because many people don't sign a contract. That's very problematic when it comes to medical collections. And the reason why with medical collections, you have the HIPAA law in place. So them sharing your personal information with a third party without your consent, that is a violation of the HIPAA law. And then when you have eviction collections, did your landlord and yourself, did you agree for that landlord to sell that debt to a third party? So you have to look at your lease and how did they apply your security deposit. If you need those letters, we have letters at the website that is particular for each one of these cases. So you can check that out. But a debt validation letter is basically challenging that collection company to show their legal right to collect on a debt. Now, many a times they want to send you back a bill, but because a debt is owed doesn't mean that that company have a legal right to collect. We all owe debts. I owe a light bill right now. You cannot show up at my door holding my light bill and tell me to pay you, because where is your legal right to collect on that debt? I'll pay the electric company, I'll pay the gas company, but where do I have to pay you? So you want to send out a debt validation letter, because collections are costing you on your credit report from 15 points possibly up to 30 points, because the higher your credit score is and something negative hits you, the greater the loss in the points. So send out that debt validation letter. Then they may remove that collection within 30 days because they have to respond to that. So you can get some points. Collections are the most common issues that people have on their credit reports. Now, the second part that you need to do, you want to pay down all your credit cards. If you have credit cards, you need to pay them down between 1% and 10%. To not have your utilization more than that on your credit cards. Just by doing that alone, you will see an increase in your credit score. Okay, so you want to bring down all your credit cards between 1 to 10%. Okay, and I have used these tactics myself personally. I'm a person that I know when I'm getting ready to use my credit, then I might have some credit card debt, but I'll pay it down because I know that it shall reset sometime within a couple of days. You can do that tactic and see your score go up depending on when your card reports to the credit bureau. So you want to beat certain dates, okay? So pay your cards down 1 to 10%. All right, you can see just along with that a 40 point increase in your credit score. You could see like 60 just from that alone. All right. Then last but not least, now with this strategy, now if you are above a 700 credit score, you don't want to use this strategy. For everybody else that is 700 and below, and I'm going to say about 715, okay, 715 and below. If you at 700, you want to be careful with employing this strategy. But everybody else under 700, you're going to see an increase up to like 49 to 50 points just by doing this last step. You want to add unsecured lines of credit, and that means credit cards. not secured credit cards. Nothing you pay a deposit and it's a secured credit card. Unsecured lines of credit. When you add unsecured lines of credit, you will see your score go up without removing one negative item. I talk about this often. I give you this free gem often. Nobody tells people that because I'm not credit repair. Credit repair companies want to keep you disputing, but you have to add unsecured lines of credit. Number one, it's going to help with your utilization. Utilization is 30% of your credit score. It's the second largest percentage of your credit score. Number two, it's going to help with your largest percent of your credit score, which is payment history. If you got bad payment history, by adding positive payments, just using a unsecured line of credit or credit card, revolving credit, you will start to build positive credit. Okay, so it'll help buy out some of the negative payments because they take a percentage. Now, keep in mind, like I said, for this to work for you, you got to remember, you cannot have anything currently active accounts reporting negative. Also, if you had something negative that hit your credit report within 90 days, wait till after the 90 days to start taking these steps. So once you add this unsecured line of credit, make sure you only add one at a time. Some people want to go crazy and add a bunch of accounts. Don't do that because you start to affect age of credit. This is why people that add credit and they over a new credit card, over 700 credit score, it decreases your age of credit with every new line. So you might see a decrease in your score. So you want to be careful if you over 700. But everybody under that, you're going to see an increase in your credit score. So you can employ these strategies. What I suggest by adding unsecured lines of credit, you want to minimize your inquiries. So you can use techniques. I'll put the links to some of these videos where you can do the shopping cart trick. You can sign up for certain websites where with that it works alongside with the shopping cart trick. Enter in your information and then you can apply for these certain lines to see if you're already pre-qualified. And will they pre-qualify you without getting a hard inquiry? Now keep in mind with the shopping cart trick, if they say you're pre-approved and you decide to pull the trigger and really take that card, many times it's going to create a hard inquiry. What I'm trying to tell you with the shopping cart trick and these pre-approvals, you just don't have to go aimlessly trying to get credit cards and just creating hard inquiries. Because if you didn't know, you can be denied for credit if you get more than 8 hard inquiries. I had somebody with a 740 credit score, had 11 hard inquiries, could not get approved for anything. If you need a hard inquiry removal letters, we have a package at my website for free. So I hope this is informational. You guys, if you want to contact me, make sure you do it at my website. It goes directly to my cell phone. I'm going to say it again. Contact me at my website. Be aware of the comments. I'm trying to catch as many as possible of these scammers, but I don't care what YouTube channel you go on. Be very careful. Anybody trying to send you an email address, WhatsApp, do not respond. Phone numbers, unless it's in the description of that video or if it's pinned at the top of the comments. Only the YouTuber themselves control that. So hopefully this is helpful. I hope you guys enjoy your day.